we're going to have a progress report. This is something we always do at the Global Initiative in September in New York. We get people who've made commitments to come up and talk about how they're implementing them, and it always is a source of great energy and reassurance to people who are doing this for the first time. So we have some commitments, as I said yesterday when we began, that apply to the United States, and I want you to hear a progress report. So I want to invite up here to the stage Lisbeth Shepard of Green City Force and Derek Brown, one of the core members, to give the audience a report on a 2010 commitment they made. Now, let me just, I want to say a little something about them and their commitment, but I want to give them a chance to say what they have to say first, and I'm really proud of them.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm honored to report on Green City Force's 2010 commitment to launch a clean energy corps in New York City. As President Clinton has described, our climate is in peril. At the same time, young people like Derek Brown, a member of Green City Force's Clean Energy Corps, face record unemployment rates. This is an energy crisis of another kind, that of wasted human potential. Faced with these challenges, last year I committed to train hundreds of urban young adults to improve energy efficiency in buildings in New York City and connect them to careers in the clean energy economy. To date, Green City Force has engaged 64 young people, mostly public housing residents, who have coated over 500,000 square feet of rooftop with energy-saving reflective coating as part of the NYC Cool Roofs campaign. And together with Community Environmental Center, they have performed 8,000 energy audits in apartment buildings, saving residents $900,000 on their utility bills.
Three months ago, my fellow corps members and I were unemployed, with high school diplomas or GEDs, but no job prospects. Now, after just 2 months, I'm making a positive change in my city. I have a newfound passion for the green industry, and I hope to develop a career in this field. Currently, 3 out of 4 Green City Force graduates are employed. Green City Force graduates are employed or in college, with an 88% retention rate after 6 months. My fellow corps members and I are the future leaders of the green industry. An investment in us is an investment in America's future. I am proud that Green City Force will be working towards its efforts to expand in New York through this commitment. Thank you.
Great. Good for you. Now, wait a minute. Here's what I want to say. You remember when we had our first panel yesterday, and one of the members was that very impressive young woman from San Francisco who was a native of Macedonia, once worked for Goldman Sachs, got married, had 2 kids, ended her marriage. She's a single mother. She got a $10,000 microcredit loan, and she's training 500 poor people to go into the workforce. And you wonder whether there are jobs out there. And you heard what he just told you, what the percentage of young people in a down economy from neighborhoods that already weren't doing very well in an up economy, what's happened to them? They're in college or they have jobs. Now, my office is in Harlem, and I'm on the 14th floor of a building that allows me to look down on all these roofs they've painted white. And here's what I want to tell you. I told you yesterday that Chicago leads the country, has more square footage in green roofs than any other city. But in order to build a garden or plant serious vegetation on a roof, first you have to make sure it's properly sealed. Secondly, you have to make sure it will hold the weight. And you can do some serious damage. But if you can't do that, if you have an old tar-covered flat roof, on a 90-degree day, after 4 hours, the surface temperature can reach 140 degrees. If you paint it white with the right sort of covering, as Elizabeth said, you can take the temperature down to the temperature of the outside air, and you cut the air conditioning use in the summertime. I asked her because I thought it was about 20%. She said the average is 18%. How much does it cost to paint the roof to cut your utility bill 18% in the summertime and put all these young people to work, giving them a path to job training, giving them a path into a community college, giving them a path into a decent livelihood? This is a huge deal. You can do this in every city in America. You can do this on every roof in America. And, you know, I got a green roof on my library. It's the first LEED Platinum building ever built in the federal system. I'm proud of it. It's not nearly as important as finding every kid who would like to grow up to make a positive contribution and painting every old black flat roof in America white. So go home and do it and put America to work. Thank you very much.